I don't know if I need a Nintendo Switch. Look, I've had a couple days to think about this since the presentation. Frankly, Nintendo hasn't done enough to convince me that I need this thing at launch. A big part of this is just the prices. Now, if it was going to cost me $300, I'd be grumbling, but I'd probably be there. But it's not going to cost me $300. I'm in Canada, it's going to cost me $400. And look at these accessory prices. $90 for the Pro Controller, $100 for the pair of Joy-Cons, $40 for the charging grip. Even the American prices are way too much. $70 for the Pro Controller, $80 for the Joy-Cons, $30 for the charging grip. Everything feels 20-25% too expensive. The American prices, these should be the Canadian prices. But then let's talk about that charging grip. This is the most egregious case of nickel and diming I think I've ever seen. So, the grip you get with the system, you can't charge the Joy-Cons through it. There's no USB on there to charge them. No, if you want to charge them, you have to hook them up to the system itself. Instead, you can go into a store and buy a charging grip for $30 American. There is no way the addition of that little USB port is worth $30. I mean, it's purely, they're making it just a little bit inconvenient to make you go out and buy another accessory. I can't blame Nintendo for charging for online. Everybody else has been getting away with it forever, but everything points to this being completely mishandled. The price, look, unless it's like that Pokemon Bank style $5 a year, I don't see how it's going to be worthwhile. I don't have much hope in that considering the price of everything else so far. Like, it's like Nintendo has no awareness of what their competitors are doing. You get one NES or SNES a game a month with this, but you don't get to keep it. You can buy it if you want to keep it. No, they just let everybody play one free one for a month, take it away, and give them a different one. Do they not understand that part of the appeal of PlayStation Plus is that the longer you're on it, the more games you collect with it, the more likely you are to stay with it so you don't lose those games? And the games they put out with this service, I mean, be prepared for this to be the same Balloon Fight and Excite Bike and, you know, the NES version of Donkey Kong with the missing level that we've been getting sold and resold 100 times already. Plus, they're offloading voice chat to your smartphone. Like, that's just Skype. How can they get away? How can they justify charging for this service? We also don't have any information about the OS, the eShop, or Virtual Console yet. All we know so far is they're not doing Street Pass or Miiverse. I feel like all kind of the quirkiness the old Nintendo is fading away here. It's just pure greed at this point. I don't know if this is the Kimishima touch or what, but there is just something off about all of this. Everything's too expensive. They're just milking their customers. It's all this is. They're milking the Nintendo loyalists instead of trying to build a bigger audience. It's, you know, I rage because I care. Like, if I gave up on Nintendo, if I thought they couldn't do better than this, I wouldn't be making videos complaining about it. But I know they can do better than this. They've done better than this. Their competitors do way better than this. Nintendo can do better. Then there are the games. Why is 1-2 Switch a thing? At best, this would be a packet. No. At best, they wouldn't have made it at all. They would have put that effort into porting more good, worthwhile Wii U games and having them ready for launch. Instead, we're getting this mini-game collection that's as pathetic as Wii Play, except they don't even have the sense to bundle it with a controller. Mario Kart's not going to be ready at launch. How do you justify that? I don't know why they're releasing this system on March 3rd. Stuff's not ready. Their online service isn't ready. The games certainly aren't ready. I mean, there are games we know were happening based on, you know, previous leaks. Where in this presentation was the Rabbids Mario crossover? Where's Pokemon Stars? Where's Beyond Good and Evil 2? And where is Smash Brothers? They must be making a version of Smash Brothers for this thing. No word on that either. All this stuff should be first year. So at this point, I don't know why I shouldn't just pick up Breath of the Wild for my Wii U and wait until the prices and the games are right for Switch. I mean, well, if I'm lucky, they might emergency price drop this thing 3DS style, or at least by Christmas there should be some bundles with some games to make the $400 a little more palatable. But at this point, I just don't see how it's worthwhile.